And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Midwest Miniature Guys Work in Progress Wednesday stream. Hope you all are having a good week. We hit our follower goal of 590 8 hours ago when I wasn't on. Thank you, Gamer Gone Goofy, for the follow. Holy cow. 590 people follow this channel. I'm surprised. I'm grateful. Thank you. We're going to continue working on the Fallen Angel. Popcorn36, hey, thank you so much. First time chatter. Thank you, appreciate it. Totally surprised, to be fair. I'm always surprised when new people follow, and whether it be on Facebook or Instagram or Blue Sky or X or any other social media or here, or every once in a while, somebody will subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm like, oh, I forget I have a YouTube channel. I've been posting these streams over there. But we're going to be or continue working on this Fallen Angel. If you haven't been following along, this is what I'm talking about. And yes, she has arms. Yes, they are painted. I just haven't attached them yet because we're going to be working on this fabric tonight. And she'll be sitting on this fantastic base. And she does have wings, and I still have to primer up the wings. Well, the inside of the wings are primered. I got to do the outside. But I was really itching to get her painted. And she's been fun. It's been a challenge on some of this. We got the hair done on Monday. And then the mask. This is her left arm here. That's going to go up underneath there. Where did the bug come from? And I still got to do the nails on her more demonic hand here. It'll be more like these here. In fact, that's one other thing I got to do is I got to finish up the horns. But I figured let's go ahead and keep going on the fabric. The fabric has been, it's a combination, obviously, of several paints. We started with a sample color from Reaper Miniatures. It's more kind of like a blue-purple gray, which I then threw a wash of a contrast paint over called Griff Rider Gray or something like that. We reestablished our base color after we got the wash on there, let that dry. And then on Monday we started getting more of the highlights on there with some snow. What is it called? Snow white? What's it called? Snow drift. Snow drift white. Now we're going to be mixing in a little bit of dragon white. Did I use dragon white? Yeah, dragon white into our snowdrift white. And here, I will show you what that. Go here. So this is our snowdrift white here, which is definitely still more of a blue, very, very light blue gray. And then here's our dragon white. And we're going to mix those. And it's dumb. Like, it is cold down here in my basement. Like, it's at least 30 degrees colder than it is outside, or even upstairs. So sometimes I'll have to pop my little space heater on just to keep my hands from being so cold. Because, of course, the air conditioning's on because it's like 85 degrees outside. And humid. because I live in frickin' Minnesota. Minnesota, you know, oh sure dear, you know. Um, so if we don't have the air conditioning on, number one, my wife has horrible hay fever, so she would just be sneezing constantly without central air, having the windows open or anything like that. It's okay like after it rains and stuff, but man, um, but yeah, it's been hot out. Why? Why? Stop going black, stupid screen. God dang it. There we go. Mythbusters, hello. Two ads shouldn't be playing right now. I don't have it set up for that. So you must be just getting them random. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking, Miss Dustards. How are you? What's going on? Staying busy working and volunteering. Nice. Good for you, man. I've just been working and painting and been trying to draw more. That's kind of been my mantra lately is, oh, you should draw more. And realizing I am not a great illustrator. It's weird. I started out. That's what I did, right? That was my shtick. Was I drew stuff, but now I pick up a pencil and the only thing I know how to do is write with it. It's really quite frustrating. Stupid bug flying around. So I've been trying to pick up my illustration game again. Just to try and keep those muscles working. Walgreens has been kind of reduced the store budget, but I still have been staying busy even with less store hours, so that's good. You would think that I would still be good at drawing. You would think, but I haven't really drawn in a while. So it's just like, some people say, oh, it's like riding a bike. You just grab your pencil and go. And I'm like, this is completely different than sitting down with a pad of paper and pencil and drawing something. Because this is already 3D. I'm just creating the illusion of it, right? Like, I'm putting color onto it. But with the drawing, like, I'm trying to create a 2D piece and make it look 3D, right? And it's been rough. I keep seeing awesome illustrators online. It's not like I'm trying to compare myself to them, because I'm not them, because that's their job. But I would like to be, if not on par with them, at least close. And I'm a wee bit discouraged. So, you know. You got some new pins from Shop Disney today. Oh, okay. Got some Fantastic Four pins. You also got a Disneyland hat and a Scar and Ed pin from the Lion King. Okay, cool. Good for you, man. I'm glad you got some new stuff to add to your collection. That's awesome. How was my Independence Day? Quiet, except for the fireworks going off around the neighborhood. Didn't do anything, and it was everything I wanted it to be. I've been pretty busy at the day job, so kind of nice to have 3 days off and not do anything. Can't say I didn't do anything. I got some painting done. Played a video game, and then my daughter was watching our daughter's dog as well. So we did that. Had her over for the weekend. Daughter came and picked her up on Sunday. So I had a good time with the grand dog. Because of course our granddaughter was up with Mom and Dad. They took a little trip. Did the aliens invade your town and Will Smith come with Jeff Goldblum with a computer virus to defeat the alien? No. We didn't watch Independence Day. Though I know a lot of friends that did. I like the movie. It's a fun movie. I just haven't watched it in a while. You love the colors and hair on this figure? Thank you. Yes, the grand dog. We had the grand dog before we had the granddaughter, so. a little bit of dragon white here.
Man, it is freaking cold.
So we're going to thin this down. We're going to hit the very edges here with this dragon white. Probably going to be a little washed out in the video, but I know it's there. And you'll be able to see it in hand when you in person. The Mose. What's going on, Mose? I'm doing all right. How goes it with you? Sorry, I'm being a little quiet. I've talked all day today at the day job, so you just got in from a round of disc golf. Figured you'd stop in. Well, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. How was your disc golf? Hydrate. Oh, I suppose I can do that. Give me 1 second here. Since I've talked all day, yeah. Thank you. Sip of water there. Down on their knees. Some like these. What got you talking all day? Is your talking job from singing? No. No, I work for a durable medical and home medical equipment company, and I'm in their service support department. So people call up and, you know, say their power wheelchair is broken. So I have to ask them a bunch of questions and, you know, what's wrong with it, blah, blah, blah. And stuff like that. So it as we get into we have certain busy seasons. Summer right after school gets out, because all the parents are calling in for their kiddos that are in wheelchairs or gait trainers or what have you, to get their pieces of equipment fixed for summer vacations, right? Our next one is busy season is coming up here in August, when our state fair is, because everybody will want to get their scooters and their power wheelchairs fixed and stuff, because we want to go to the fair. And of course they'll wait to the very last minute to get that fixed. So it's busy. Then of course the other busy season is right before Thanksgiving, right before Christmas, and then towards the end of the year, because they want to use up what's left in their insurance, get everything fixed before the New Year's, before their insurance resets, basically. So any of their deductibles and whatever that they have to use up. Mrs. I had no idea you were in the medical field as a job. Yeah, I thought you were a painter and singer as your jobs. Oh, well, to be fair, the medical field is the job, right? That's the day job that pays the mortgage and you know, benefits and stuff like that. But what I associate as my career, you know, is miniature painting, art, and playing drums in the band. Like I love playing drums. That's that's my career. That's what I want to do. I just have to have a day job to pay for the other stuff. If I could do this full time, there's the dream. Mo says, I'm in the medical field as well. You work in hospital pharmacy. Okay. I don't have too much interaction with pharmacy techs. That's more of our HME department, our home medical equipment department, and not even so much meds. So I don't even know how much they deal with that, but because we don't normally deal with medication. But yeah, I've been with Reliable Medical now for almost 7 years. Miss says I work at a museum on the weekends and register and photo at Walgreens during the week. Yeah, see, everybody's got to do something, right, to make a living and you know pay mortgage, rent, food. To be fair, if I could live out in the woods and just hunt and fish and have a little garden or something for vegetables, that's what I'd do. I think we're getting closer and closer to that, but let's, yeah. Most says I used to work at Walgreens pharmacy, hated retail. Yeah. I was in the retail business too. I worked at a bookstore. I worked at KB toy stores over the Christmas season one year, and oh my gosh. That was right when the original PlayStation came out and Tickle Me Elmo, and everybody wanted either one of those, and then the Tamagotchis. I don't know if you guys remember the Tamagotchis or not, but yeah, moms and dads were freaking crazed for those things. Oh, your kid wants to get a Tamagotchi. Well, good luck with that. You know. Have fun raising your insipid little children's digital monsters. Miss says our store got busier since the big grocery store closed in June, and they completely tore that building down to build a bigger grocery store. Well, at least they're building a bigger one. Then another grocery, Winn-Dixie, is closing at the end of the July to be converted into an Aldi. Winn-Dixie's being converted into an Aldi? That's too bad. I'd rather shop at Winn-Dixie. Not that I've ever been to a Winn-Dixie, but I think I'd rather shop there. You don't think Walgreens is all that bad, Myth? But the museum job is the fun job? Yeah. See, I like history too, so museums would be right up my alley. As long as I got to do the cool history stuff. All right. Now we gotta get a little bit of ivory cooking here. Mo says Walgreens decided they no longer needed me after I punched a customer's teeth out. So yeah, I really hated it. Holy cow! I've never assaulted a customer, though I have been tempted. I will say that a customer almost assaulted me when I worked at the music store. A kid came in to buy something. I can't remember what it was, but the dad didn't like the fact that we only gave out store credit, wanted the kid's money back, and I explained to him that we didn't do that. That wasn't our policy. And the guy almost came over the counter at me. And then apparently he came back later and the manager talked with him and then gave him his money back, and I was pissed because I was like, I was holding up store policy here, and the manager just blew me off like I didn't know what I was talking about. So I was like, well, apparently I don't matter. So Miss says, at least my Walgreens is not that bad. A lot of the customers I recognize in my community from the museum, church, or other things I'm involved in. Yeah. Well, you live in a kind of fairly smaller community too, man. So you know everybody. Mo says, to be fair, he started it and came across the counter at me. Well, see, then yeah, you're just defending yourself. At that point, you're just like, nope. You have the right to defend yourself, and if you're not going to allow me to defend myself, then yeah, I'd rather not work there. Well, I'm glad nobody's wanted to punch you at Walgreens, Myth. Yeah, once I got done with working in retail, I was like, I'm never going back to that. Ever. Could not pay me enough to go back to retail. That's when I became a courier and a delivery driver for a couple of companies, and then I got into corporate. And then a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, we can work from home? I'm out. Noah says, I do hold the Kentucky state record for the fastest kickboxing KO. So he was a bit outmatched, even though he didn't know it. All right, so we don't mess with the Moes. I took karate and taekwondo, but man, kickboxers are a whole other breed. Fast with their hands and their feet. Though I do try to avoid getting into fights. Especially at my age now. I'm like, nah. I don't mess around with folks much anymore. If I was ever to get into that situation, I'd be like Indiana Jones. Just find me a weapon. I'm gonna take this guy out in a heartbeat here. Oh, that's a whole lot of text. Hold on. That was a lot of text. This says, I've had a customer run into the store saying he was being chased by someone who had a gun, and he climbed on the top of the roof at night when we had a minimal staff. Then the guy jumped off the roof and smashed an old lady's car windshield when he landed on top of the car, and he tried stealing a police car because of the drugs. The guy was not nice. Yeah. Mo says, I don't compete anymore, too old and beat up, but I still train in BJJ and MMA, and am the assistant coach at our gym. Still love it. Oh, that's cool. My lead guitar player for the band that I'm in is in judo. He's a judo sensei and has been for years. But he used to compete in judo tournaments when he was younger. He's a little bit older than me. He's like mid-50s. And I'll just be 50 this year. I'm the youngest of the band. But still not a guy I would want to mess with. Of course, now his knee's a little banged up right now, so I might have a chance. No, probably not. He'd probably still kick my butt. Oh, excuse me. Tux, there's a guy we haven't seen in a while. How you doing, Tux? Claws. The claw. Yeah. Alright. So you know where the eye is. It's going to be right there. You're all right. Had a bit of a mental crisis a couple of weeks back, but I'm crawling out of it. Oh no, man. I'm glad you're okay. Holy cow, dude. So I use a very fine paint pen to do eyes. Yeah, it's a 005 micron pen. Yeah, the claw. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a very small nibbed pen that I use for the eyes. It helps. There we go. Purple for the irises there. I'm not going to be able to get back in there. That's too small. Not going to worry about that. Yeah, it's I keep these around for illustration as well, but it's the Pigma Micron pens. This one happens to be the 005, so you can see how small that little nib is. I mean, if you're just doing it for tabletop or army painting or whatever, you don't need to do eyes. Just do them either in a dark brown or black and you'll be fine. But for other, larger stuff or competition or whatever, you want to try and get those eyes. For sure. Okay. Excuse me. Pardon me. Who's all in tonight? Hey, PGH Tom's in. Hey, PGH Tom. We got one other folk watching. Hello. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. That's a flesh wash. Hi, Midwest Tom. You need to try and go to bed early tonight. You only got like 4 or 5 hours sleep last night. Dude, that sucks. Well, I hope you get some sleep. That kind of seems to be like my range of sleep right now anyway. To an extent. Because I'll go to bed at like midnight. My chat has been active tonight. Yeah, you know, every once in a while I'll have quite a few folks in. Schwartzbauer hasn't popped in yet, so we'll see if he pops in. It always is as if I'm here. Yeah, Mo's will pop in. It'll be super active. And then every once in a while, I'll just be dead. It'll just be me and Meth. Whenever Myth pops in. Normally it's Lead Logic, who's one of my mods. Schwartzbauer. A couple others. I can't remember their names right offhand. PGH Tom's been in quite a bit lately. Alright, so I grabbed a little bit of Oblivion Black Wash. And let's hopefully not screw this up. So, I don't mind the dark down here is fine, but what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of a black tip. But I don't want to use a black paint, per se. I just want it to be very light. I want it to blend. Just enough. Like I said, just the point. Yeah, it's been a little bit Myth, but that's okay. People get busy. We've had some pretty good streams. We've had some raids. It's been fun. So if we take just a little bit of that, and then we thin down our black paint here. So it's not a wash. And we catch just the tip up here. Tuck says I really should work on some campaign stuff or some writing tonight, but I think I'll just boot up Fallout 76. There you go. So I wrote up rules and stuff for Outlaws and Law Dogs, Tux, and I sent it off to a couple people just to like, oh, you know, read it, let me know what you think, blah blah blah. And a friend of mine who's an English dude, he's not English. Well, I mean, he speaks English. He's a English major. That's what he went to college for. Apparently, a waste of time. It's so bad. Because now he works for a bank. And see where that college degree went. But he's a TTRPG guy too, and I thought, oh, I'll send it to him, and hopefully I'll get some good stuff. And he's like, oh no, it's good, but this. I'm like, okay, yeah, but if we're just doing a homebrew, I'm not looking to publish, because I don't think I can, due to, you know, copyright stuff. You know, anyway, he was fairly harsh, and I get it. Right? Like, I'm not looking to, you know, quit my day job or anything like that and be a game publisher. That would be insane. But a little harsh critique. So I keep going back and reading it. Like then there's a couple others that I've read that people have, that I've sent to, and they're like, "Yeah, this is really good, but try this." And they were a little bit more constructive criticism on it, and I'm not sure if I got constructive from this one guy. It was like, "This is good," but then like it was one little paragraph of like, "Oh, this is good," blah blah blah, the good start. But he was like, "Oh, it sounds like an elevator pitch and this and that." I'm like, okay. Yeah. Tuck says, after the last couple of weeks, I'm kind of spent. Last week, I lost the large Burmese I have had for 25 years. Wow. Right when I was coming off of that bit of mental crisis stuff has kind of made me a bit meh. Yeah, I'm sorry you lost your Burmese, man. That sucks. Okay. I think we're going to try and put the arms here. I think we're done. I think we can assemble the arms. On here without getting glue everywhere. There we go. Versus I had to dig its grave trying to only use one hand since I just got my arm out of the sling following torn rotator cuffs repair surgery. Oh jeez. Okay, so there's that. I'm sorry, man. Wish there was something I could do for you. You were so down on myself I didn't want to call and ask friends for help. You should have though, dude. You really should have. I'm not getting down on you. I'm just saying, that type of thing. You need all the help you can get, brother. Okay, arms they're in. I'm set now. I can't go back. The arms are in. Now I gotta do, because I've been holding on to that section there, and I gotta do the little bony sections of that arm that we just put on. There. The most, yeah, the hole needed for a 14-foot Burmese python is fairly big. Yeah, no kidding. The most says, always when you feel that way and don't want to is the best time. Big thoughts and prayers for some good mental recovery for you. Yeah, absolutely, dude. You ever need anything, you just let us know. Even if it's just a chat, talk, something. Okay, so for now, I think we're gonna call her done for now. I don't think there's anything more I can really do without screwing it up. I may brighten the purple up a little bit with some brighter purple, but that's about it. That's gonna be a later deal. You got your mind off of it by printing a bunch of fun things on the 3D printer and giving them away. There you go. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. Keep your, you know. I know when my mom passed, it was very much a trying to keep my mind off of thinking about it, right? Because we weren't going to have her memorial for like several months. You know, she passed away in February. We didn't have her memorial until June because it was like it was 2021 and COVID stuff was still weird, right? And yeah, it was mostly just I'm either gonna sit, I'm gonna play a video game, or I'm gonna sit and I'm just gonna paint. I'm just gonna keep painting, you know. Single kit card models, Cthulhu idols, articulated dragons, articulated turtles, octopi, other statues, yeah, or statuettes. I've seen a lot of that stuff, yeah. I don't care. Sorry, now I was just reading a stupid message from Twitch. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about sponsorships. I don't need sponsorships. Okay, well, we're gonna start work on this base, I guess. And since I got these, at least with a base coat on them, let's start on the scullies here. You're printing an articulated shark now. See how it turns out? Yeah, I've seen some of those too. Those are cool. Any of that articulated stuff is really neat. Where's my... I just got it. Oh, yeah. That's faded green. Bone. That's a little bit darker than that. Dun, 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 dun. So I put on the initial base coat for these skulls, for this bone, was light umber. It looks like an Indiana Jones skull base. Yeah, sort of, right? Lots of spiders. But now I've got an actual bone color. This is the time where we don't need to be perfect. We can just kind of get in there. I'm not too worried about the spiders. That's going to be those are going to be completely different colors. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Ah, there's a crease right there. That's all right. This is what I'm gonna do. I got to get a call to you tonight. It's gonna be alright. Have a good time tonight. Music gonna play all night. Okay, for my movie file friends, what movie is this song from? Huh? If you can, don't use Google or IMDb. Might not even know what this song's name of the song is. I feel good tonight. Everything's gonna be right. Good time tonight. Here's a hint. It only played for like maybe 20 seconds in the movie. But I always love this song. Miss says he doesn't recognize this song. Anybody else? Guesses? Thoughts? So the name of the song was Good Times by NXS. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. And it was featured on the Lost Boys soundtrack. Like I said, it only played for a little bit when one of the vampires was destroyed in Grandpa's house, and he hit the stereo and that song played, and the kid said, after the vampire blew up or whatever, he goes, "Whoa, death by stereo." Do I have any other bones around here? No, I don't. Okay. You never saw that movie, Myth? You should. It's a good movie. It's fun. even if you're not into horror movies, and I'm not into horror movies. I don't like horror movies. I don't like slasher flicks or anything like that. But I love me a good vampire or werewolf movie. And Lost Boys is one of the good ones. Kiefer Sutherland was in it, and he played one of the vampires. Um, the Hames, Corey Haim and Corey Feldman were in it. Oh, what's her name? Not Mina Sarah. Jamie Gertz was in it. What's his name? Was it Jason Patrick? I can't remember. Anyway, there was some. At the time, there were like not huge movie stars, but they were getting there, you know. I need to find. Where's my sepia wash? There it is. You haven't seen the 1930s Dracula film? Dude. That's classic, man. That is a classic movie. We'll watch that. If you want a funny, like, horror movie, look up all the Laurel and Hardy Meet the Mummy, or Laurel and Hardy and meets the Frankenstein, stuff like that. Those are funny ones. Then it's later than it seems. Doctor, my eyes. Tell me what do you see? Your cries. It's too late for me. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Yeah, that's a great one. Okay, so you might think me crazy, as the old Cars song would say, but I'm going to throw a little sepia wash over the top of this here to really give it that nice bone color. I suppose I could have used a contrast paint, but I wanted to use this sepia paint. I haven't used it a lot. Or this wash, I guess I should say. Look at that. That makes it look old. Love it. Love it. You have seen Abbott and Costello in the horror comedy films. Okay, good. At least you get those. Like I said, I'm not a huge horror guy. I'm just not. Never got into it. Never got into Friday the 13th or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Halloween. I think I've seen Halloween once, and I was like, meh, what's the point, right? Friday the 13th, or Nightmare on Elm Street, like the first one. I've seen bits and pieces of that, but you see My Date with a Vampire from Disney. That's just silly, right? If you want to see a really good, funny, like comedy horror movie, check out um oh, I'm gonna blank on it now. It's on Disney too, and I'm gonna blank on it. The heck's it called? Oh, it's where the kid kicks the werewolf in the crotch, and he goes, "Wolfman's got nards." Um. Oh shoot, I can't remember the name of it now. Vampire's not usually your thing. You know, that's fine. Alright, we're gonna use a little necrosis green here. That should be almost dry. Oh, that looks so good. That looks good, doesn't it? Oh, I like that sepia wash. It looks really good. Okay, so we're gonna grab a little necrosis green, and we're just gonna throw it in here. Right in like that. Young Frankenstein's a parody of the Frankenstein movie with Gene Wilder. But yeah, that's a fun one. For sure. Is it called Monsters Inc? Yeah. Now hold on. Hold on. Now, see, now it's going to rack my brain until I figure out what it is. Wolf Man has... Nerds. The Monster Squad. That's what I was trying to think of. The Monster Squad. But apparently there's a 2018 movie based on that line called Wolfman's Got Nards. That's hilarious. Wolfman's Got Nards, a documentary. The Monster Squad and its fan base get the documentary. Oh wow. That was it. Monster Squad. Jeez Louise, it's breaking my brain. Trying to remember what that was. See, I really like this. I kind of want to keep it that way. But I know I can't. Which sucks. What if I used that in this? Let's get a little bit more brown. See, you can use washes in your paints. You guys know that? Just mix them in. They're just watered down paints anyway. So if I want a little extra brown in my bone color here, It's dumb that I had to go that bright in order to get this color, but now I don't want to go super bright again. I want to go just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We kind of want to get a little painterly with this, right? We're not going to go super smooth blend or anything like that. We want to get a little painterly with it. You've seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil thanks to Leonard Maltin's podcast interviewing Alan Tudyk. I haven't seen that one. I heard it was pretty funny though. I like Alan Tudyk. He's a great actor. He's a lot of fun. I haven't seen him in what is it? The new where he plays the alien in the human suit. I haven't seen that show yet, but I do like him in most movies that I've seen him in so far. And of course, as Wash from Firefly. See there, that's what I was going for. hear Resident Alien is pretty good too. Yeah, that's what I hear. I've seen a couple clips. It looks pretty funny. It's crazy that Alan Tudyk did the robots in iRobot too. Yeah, he also did. He was K2SO in Andor and Rogue One. He's been in a ton of stuff. He was the voice of the chicken in Moana. He was in A Knight's Tale. My wife and I really like Knight's Tale. We think that's just a funny film. It was a great kind of ensemble cast. Heath Ledger, Alan Tudyk. Um, oh shoot, he played Robert Baratheon in Game of Thrones. I'm trying to remember his name. Anyway, him. And then the guy that played Chaucer was also Vision in the Marvel movies. Paul Bettany, that was his name. That's Chaucer. Was he in Wreck-It Ralph too? Guy's been in everything. He played he was a character in 310 to Yuma too. He's been in a western. Guy's been all over the place. He married Jennifer Connelly. Did he really? Son of a gun. Yeah, he was good in 42 and Patch Adams. Yeah, absolutely. I did not know he married Jennifer Connelly. Thanks, Led. Welcome in. Hello. Thanks for popping in, man. Who was he in Patch Adams? I'm trying to remember. Was he one of the student doctors? Well, it says he's painting a bright blue Ukrainian church from MDF kit. Oh, fun. That's cool. I could never get into MDF kits, man. I tried one for a Viking ship and I destroyed it. So I just screwed it up. It's weird. Like I can assemble minis and stuff like that, but when it comes to freaking wooden buildings and kits and stuff, I just can't do it. I screw them up. Yeah, that was an expensive screw up too. That was like $50. Yeah, sometimes the instructions are not so clear. Yeah, this one was not. I was using the wrong parts for wrong sections of the ship. I kept looking at it. I'm like, this doesn't seem right. What am I doing wrong? And then they're like, oh, like halfway through, it's like, don't forget to run these underwater so you can bend the wood. And I'm like, oh, that would have been nice to know. You see a lot of mislabeled parts on the instructions. You need the Severus Snape instruction. Right, yeah. Do this, then do that, then go here. Yeah. No, I just need somebody else to assemble them. He played two different characters in both Wreck-It Ralph. He was King Candy and Knowsmore. Oh, okay. A thousand miles away from me, people stay a bit longer. He was Duke Wesselton in Zootopia. Wow, yeah, he's just been in all over the place. Alan Tudyk as a robot voice in James Gunn's of Superman. Is there nothing this man can't do? Obviously, I guess if you want a voice, you just call Alan Tudyk. Yeah. Alan, come in. We need you. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of white into my mix here because I just want it to pop. I don't want to go pure white. I don't want it to go pure white. He's Duke Wesselton in Frozen films? I thought you said he was Duke Wesselton in Zootopia. Was there two different Duke Wesseltons? color should I do these spiders? I'm tempted to do them as Black Widows. You looked and there was an animal and a human Duke Wesselton. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I did see Dodgeball. Yeah, I remember that. He played the pirate guy. That was a funny movie. Rip Torn, one of his... I think it was one of his last movies he did before he passed. I think the spiders are going to be the last thing that I paint besides this chain, because then we've got all this stonework here. And there is a lot of it. Also got the candles to do. Do a little bit of silver. Oh, you know what though? This is a competition piece. That's got to be non-metallic metal. If I'm going to do it right, it's got to be non-metallic metal. Oh, it's going to be a pain in the butt. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay. It's alright. We'll figure it out. Alright, well... I think I have an idea here. That means getting this coal black going. Maybe you're wondering why I'm putting white paint in the eye socket when we normally go black, but I have an idea that I want to try. Depending on where. So I gotta figure out where she sits. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe. She's gonna sit like that. Okay, we'll see. That's. I do want there to be some ick. I want there to be some ick down here. Okay, so this might seem a little weird, but I'm going to use a little bit of the leather brown for our other half of the base here. I want to go for quite the dichotomy of light versus dark, right? So this section is going to be dark, right? This section is going to be bright. So we're going to do, like gray stone, warm gray stone and stuff like that over here. While over here, I want to do a little bit more, almost like marble. I want to try and do marble. Keyword there is try. So we got to go. This will be another good use of that that sepia tone as well. And then I also need to figure out what color am I actually going to do the wings. Because I got to get those done. All right, I'm going to mute my mic here for just a second so I can dry this. Give me one moment. Okay, got that dried off. Grab a little bit more of that sepia wash. And to give this a little bit more depth here, we're going to take a little bit of this Oblivion Black. Go over our coal black here. And a little bit more of that. dry. We have a little blue-black here. This is going to be for our rocks, not for the stone that was used for the what she's sitting on for the altar, but for the actual rocks here. Find places to hold this. Okay, I gotta let that dry. And give me a bigger brush. So these are the wings. This is the, funny enough, the right wing. And this is the left wing, so look, be like that. But we got the insides primed up. Now we got to get the outside here. And then I'll probably call it for the evening because I got to let all this dry. Ouch. All right, so I got that. Where am I putting this here? That's just one of them. Yeah, that's just one. This is the other one. This is the good side. Gives you Venom vibes. Well, like I said earlier, this is kind of like the dichotomy between light and dark. We're going to have these beautiful feather wings. And then those leathery dark wings on the other side. There we go. Now, the next question I have to answer as well is, what color do I want the wings and how detailed do I want to get into them? because they are such nice big wings and nice big feathers, there's a lot we could do with this. Rather than just, oh, I'm going to dry brush it white, right? So there's some color options that I need to look into and see what I want to do. I definitely want to go bright. You know, these are the angel half of the wings. But do I want there to be like some birds have like strips of brown or strips of white or something like that on them, or blue or yellow, you know, something like that. I don't want them to be like just white, right? And obviously I need to get back up underneath there. And with that, it is 10 o'clock, folks. I'm going to go ahead and call it for the evening. We got quite a bit done in those 2 hours. I will see you on Sunday for some more painting on the base and the wings. And we're going to find somebody to raid here. Have a wonderful evening, folks. Happy painting, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye. We're going to raid into Britt Keeney. She's painting this kind of cool elf bust. So we'll see you on Sunday, folks. Bye.